Investors and traders, welcome to the channel. Market chart pattern today is 5th of June 2025. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. So we'll take a look at the key markets in this video. We'll start by taking a look at the Tesla stock because it is in the news. I do not need to get into the details of the news. You can actually Google about Elon Musk, Tesla, something like that, and you'll get to know everything. So we just try to focus on the technicals here. Nothing else on the channel. As always, this video is for educational purposes only and it's not financial advice. Just one request, if you guys would like to support the channel, the donation link is in the description. I will really appreciate that, as I need to get a better hardware to be able to keep on producing the videos. As you have seen, I've not been able to produce many videos over the past week and this week in particular. So let's start by taking a look at the really long-term chart of Tesla, and you can see that this is of course after the split. It has gone through several splits. Right here it was a big split here, another split here, so the price by TradingView has been adjusted for it. We can draw a nice upward trend line here, and we have seen this stock actually rally and decline a lot. So for example, this decline was right to the 78.6% retracement, so that is by how much it retraced, nearly 80%. One other stock that I've seen do that for different reasons is actually Meta. It actually also declined to right to the 78.6% retracement of the IPO lows to the all-time highs when Zuckerberg pivoted towards Meta being a metaverse company, and it wasn't really clear to investors how much the company will be willing to spend, how to monetize. There were many unknowns. And when in 2022 he began to pivot into artificial intelligence, is where the investors understood, because the company had a lot of data and they have made quite a lot of contributions to artificial intelligence, and we saw the stock recover and make a new all-time high. So I've seen stocks make new all-time highs after making really deep retracement, and Tesla has also been one of those stocks. But it does have a pretty big decline. So this decline is about 50%. But it's got an ability to actually make find support and make new all-time highs. So where we are right now, Tesla, of course, you can see that that was our target for $500. While the stock was trading somewhere around here, this is when we had projected this, and actually some people also made comments, negative comments on that video, but we were to be proven right. It took a while, but these are monthly charts. It take a long time. And then we didn't exactly hit the $500 level, but it came to 488. Spot 54 is close enough. Such a expensive stock, especially if you look at it pre-split. It's really expensive. I think it's like $4,500 to $5,000 stock. In pre-split value. Declined another 56% right here after that, after completing the pattern. And it had a really nice month of May. It was up 22.79%, and June has just started and the stock is down already 17, nearly 18%. So that's a pretty big decline. So what is likely to happen with the price action or the price levels that we should be watching? So one of the things is that the really key support is around here, around 200, roughly 220 to 210 is really key support level, and I'm going to show you that on the daily charts and the weekly charts as well. And of course this 193.61.8% retracement going all the way back to 2019, when the stock had made a key low right here. So it's got these levels, really super support levels, especially this low, because we are counting it as point C for an ABCD higher, and if that gets taken down to the downside, then the pattern is changing as ABCD to the downside, which could see the stock being somewhere around $100. So far, a little bit early, but if we begin to go and take a look at this on the weekly charts, we can see that the week is not over yet. We've got Friday trading to the left, Just this week alone, the stock is down minus 17.83%. That's the biggest decline. I mean, this one was minus 3.48%, was just nothing in comparison. Um, and this decline was minus 3.83. Right here, minus 13.27, minus 10%. Here, 13%. And then of course there was no follow through, and then it just continued to move higher. 8%, 5.5%. This one was 7.59%. If we just go right here, going back to 2021, 15.4%. I don't know why it's showing me 2.2%. So you can see what I'm trying to say. This one has been the biggest decline that we have seen, and the week is not over yet, so we have to give it benefit of the doubt. But the important thing is this stock has had these kind of declines in the past as well, and it has recovered after completing its key cycles. So right here, point C is really, really important, around 212. Now let's go back to the daily chart. This is where we were really watching it very, very carefully when it was found forming this bottom pattern right here. So this is really important because this is point C of our potential ABCD that we're watching to the upside. If it goes as a support level, then the stock obviously is going to target lower price. But right here today, where the stock has closed, is it touched right into the 61.8% retracement of these lows to these highs, which could be potential support. But with this kind of wide ranging bar, the stock being down minus 14.26%, which I don't think we have seen in this entire leg lower. It was minus 8.28% right here. Another big one, we can take a look, 3% right here. It was minus 4.68, 8.39. This is the biggest one right here, but it's also potentially it could be support, but I would have really liked to see an ABCD pattern. So with this kind of negative price action, I wouldn't be surprised if the price moves a little bit lower as well. And then if we begin to see some sort of consolidation take place, that would be quite nice. But again, this is really unusual for this market to be down nearly 15% in one day. So really wide ranging bars. There could be more selling behind it, but right now where it kind of touched is a support with this kind of wide ranging bar, so much negative selling pressure on it. Whether it's going to hold or not, remains to be seen. But for us, the key support is around this level where I have the box, so we are watching this really carefully. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the indices now. So before that, let's take a look at what the debt markets are doing, because it's really important. Let's take a look at how the 10-year did. The 10-year had a spike up in its yield, but it's still moving below our key resistance level that we are watching here, right here. And especially because it's broken below the 20-day moving average, the chances are it's actually moving lower, and we have a pattern which could actually see the price go as low as 3.7% on the 10-year yield. Getting above this level, getting above 4.65%, that changes everything. This analysis to the downside, the yields moving lower, will be negated. But what we're watching is the pattern, and the possibility exists for the yields to actually move lower. And if we take a look at the long bond yields, it's got a nice pattern formation right here. Pretty strong resistance coming from 5.15%, and we have seen the market actually move lower. We also have this one-to-one price projection ABCD, so a confluence of number of three things coming together. So pretty strong resistance. So we could see a leg lower, and the chances are we have got non-farm payrolls coming out tomorrow, so let's see how that goes. But the yields are below the 20-day moving average, which is short-term traders watch. So the momentum is turning to the downside, so which is actually what the pattern is suggesting, lower yields. Getting above 5.15% negates this analysis. let's see how the dollar did. So the dollar is kind of hanging in there. It is finding support between 99 and 98 level, which is really crucial for a dollar. Getting below on consecutive closing basis below 98, I think we could be looking at what we are watching on the weekly chart right here. So we could be looking at this ABCD around 95 94.50 level for dollar. And by the way, I've also have a Substack where I am actually posting more regularly because I can write things, and then in here I also share things which I'm not able to easily share on the videos because of the time constraints. So for example, how the different world indices performed, you'll see the notes right here. And of course, if you subscribe, it's free, and you just have to go to marketchartpattern.substack.com, and the link is in the description. And just subscribe to the newsletter. Is free, at least for now. And then you'll be able to receive in the email format. You can read it while you are maybe in a train, or when you have in your own time. So I cover a lot of these things. These were the kind of patterns that we were watching, and then I also share their individual stocks that kind of outperform and the S&P 500 on daily, week to date, and month to date, and year-to-date basis, and the stocks making 52-week highs. Not just the S&P 500 stocks, but also FTSE 100, 250, and German DAX stocks as well. If there are any really moving to new 52 weeks highs, my system actually picks those up, and I like to share them here. So I encourage you to actually also subscribe to the Substack if you want to. Now let's take a look at how the gold did. Here we go. So the gold was under a bit of a pressure, but the key is for us 3117. So as long as that is held, we have got a bullish bias, but also look how much time it is spending near this top here. So we have to be careful of that. So if we begin to see wide ranging bar, something like this, we could see the price move lower. Essentially, it's moving to the top of the range. It really needs to break out of this to move higher, but the support remains right from the 61.8% retracement. Now SPX, S&P 500. So we have a key timing coming in over the weekend, essentially. So basically, as of close of business tomorrow, which is Friday, the timing is kind of started already, but essentially it's between 8th and 9th of June when we have key timings. And what we are seeing is this is something which we were expecting, a pullback. This is what I discussed in the Substack as well. So today we have had the market close nearly about half a percentage point to the downside. We have got non-farm payroll coming out tomorrow. However, it remains above this key level right here. Still got a chance to move higher, but even if there is a pullback, we are watching for this 38.2% retracement. So 56.50, 56.40 is going to be a key support level. So that is equal to the what we like to discuss, the market symmetry concept here. This is how much the previous pullback was in this move higher. So it could we could have a similar move. So we'll be watching this, but we are expecting some sort of a pullback to happen in the market. It might have already started from today, but we've got some key economic data coming out with regards to jobs tomorrow. So tomorrow will be really key. And then if we take a look at the NASDAQ cash, here we go. We were really expecting or watching really for the market to get high, as high as 21,989. So far the high has come in around 21,891. So we have missed it by about 100 points, or in a index which is trading at 21,500. So we just missed it by not a lot. It could still hit that, but right here, so close to the stop right here, we could see some sort of a pullback happen in this market. Ultimately, what we're looking for in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100, as long as this April 7 lows are held, we are actually expecting the prices to move higher, and we could target these higher levels right here. But the key is 7th of April low being intact. Getting below this will of course change a lot of things. Key really support in time and price, which came in NASDAQ 100, S&P 500 indices. That will be broken, and it'll be a major thing to happen. but we have seen a very nice recovery, almost making new all-time highs. And the chances are we will see actually the bullish move to the upside. So we are actually watching for that, but a pullback could be imminent actually. So this is what we are watching, a bit of a shorter video because of the time constraint, and just wanted to put out for you guys. Just before I leave, let's also take a look at some of the key stocks, technology stocks. The Meta I wanted to discuss. Meta, you can see we were discussing our ABCD pattern 1-to-1 price projection, double bottom, really nice rally, and it's kind of cleared this resistance level. This was our target, so it's met our target, but the market is strong, although it closed negative for the day, nearly 0.5%. But this is where I think we can go into some sort of consolidation. Ultimately, I think we are going to we are likely to make new all-time highs, and I have further targets as long as 7th of April lows are held, 800 to 900 bucks per share for Meta. It's achievable as long as 7th of April lows are held. And on the monthly chart, it's really long term. I have 1-to-1 price projection could even take us to about 1100 bucks per share. So this Meta is really strong. Another one is Z Scalar. So the Z Scalar look very strong. This is something which we had been watching on the weekly chart. And Zscaler, if you long-term subscribers will know, we spent a lot of time right here. This is where this market was really choppy, and we had this scenario that we discussed. We are probably in this ABCD higher as long as this point C is held. It was tested twice, and look at this really negative 21% decline in 1 week. There was just no follow through. There was in strong hands. The look is doing really nicely. It's getting very close to our target. So this is the power of the patterns. We just have to believe in them, and with respect to having our risk managed, where we have the point C, point D, etc. Now another one is Roblox. Here we go. So Roblox, getting very close to our target of 100 bucks. We went through a lot of consolidation right here. If anyone is familiar with Wyckoff work, it was the Wyckoff spring, so accumulation, and then it really moved out of it, pulled back. Let me actually go down to the daily chart. Here we go. So this is where we had actually mapped out. When I mapped out, I've got the videos in the archive. I thought, okay, when I was doing this pullback after achieving our $63 target, which is 38.2% retracement, I thought if we could do an ABCD and maybe a complex correction like this, it will be really nice. This is exactly what it did. I mean, this is something I had drawn before, just out of an idea or my imagination. This is how a complex correction could actually unfold, and I did not know that the stock would exactly do that. So this is mapped in advance, weeks and months in advance, and so nice to see. Really strong stock. It's kind of under the radar. It's not being talked about a lot, but guys, Roblox, because in regards to metaverse, there's a lot of strength into it, a lot of strength. Okay, so this is what we are watching in the key technology stocks and the major indices. A bit of a shorter video for you guys. Just one request again: if you want to support the channel, the donation link is in the description. It will just help me with work-related matters, getting better hardware, subscription, etc. So I'll really appreciate that. And if you want to also subscribe to the Substack, you'll get emails. It's free in your inbox, and I also cover a few more things there which I'm not easily able to cover in the videos with time constraints. So thank you very much. Good luck, good trading, and speak to you guys soon.